Hello, I'm Awful Sick, and welcome back to the modded series. We're currently on episode 4, and it feels like we've gotten a little bit further than that, but I think it's where we've done in episode 0, and it has totally thrown my senses off. So, we're really close to the Pam's Harvest Craft area. I was wanting to sort of expand on this a bit, the style of building, not necessarily Pam's Harvest Craft, but this style of building going out in that direction, and I want to do some type of tower. But incorporating the chisel and bits, I think it's going to be quite essential. We wanted to do consistency of the design. And I've just been in a really big building mood lately, it seems like. Let's try to get back home. Let's sleep, because it gets quite dangerous out here. But yes, I need to go into the nether, gather some glowstone, because I have an idea for it. And the more that I look at this, I think I've ran out of quartz, or it's in my mining chest. The more I look at the circle, the less I like it. I just don't think it fits there. I think I might end up removing it. All of that obsidian, that's going to be a headache to do, but we'll get it done. I've got a bone block to block myself in. I do have some quartz in here. That's good. Let's float over here, get some sleep. Hi, Pig of Destiny. Oh, I've missed you so much. It's good to see you. Good to see that you're well and you're not killing people left and right, because we all know how vicious you are. Let's go over to the nether and see if we can find some glowstone. Because I want to try some chiseling. I want to do some bits too. I was looking. Oh no, that was very close. That was extremely close. And a bit of an annoying tick. Please just stop. Stop. I see what happened. Something really bad happened here. I think maybe we need to take some building blocks and put it there. I have got some glowstone in my inventory. Didn't even know I had it in there. Just need to do this so that doesn't happen again. And my villager is in here. I don't think I really care much about them because I started looking up some of their attributes. I don't know if I really like them that much. I don't think they're really that useful. But let's go ahead and see if we can get some of this glowstone without, maybe a little bit more of a easy area? Yeah, there we go. I don't want it all to fall into the lava. Trying to catch it midair isn't fun. So you can actually vein mine these, or I think. Maybe not with this pickaxe because it's a modded pickaxe. Well, that's fine with me. I guess I'll just collect it for a moment. We finally got around to making a diamond chisel. It took me forever. My other one kept breaking, and I was like, okay, let's make a diamond chisel. So we don't have to worry about it breaking. And we also have some cool glowstone patterns going on, which this should be pretty fun. But I want to show you something that I've ran into in the distance. The TARDIS hat. Oh, isn't that so amazing? Just out in the wilderness. I was like, this is a treat because Doctor Who is like one of my favorite shows. So looking at this, we're going to look at some of this glowstone with some of this marble and just see how well it mixes and matches. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put a glowstone there. Looks pretty cool. I was expecting it to seem a bit more electronic, but that just might do. Let's break that and let's try some other pattern with it to see what we have available to us. We've got a bunch of different ones. All of them would emit light. They even got like a cobblestone texture, which is really cool. Anything else? Ooh, twisted. What's this one? That one looks really cool. Ooh, now this one might be the one I want to go for because when I do this tower, I kind of want to mix and match marble and something a bit more futuristic, not necessarily keeping it all in one old style. Instead of doing old styles or new styles, maybe we can mix match those, make them look a little bit more sacred and something a little bit more cool. And I was trying to find some building blocks for this tower. We cannot seem to find any that would work really well, and I need to gather some more marble, unfortunately. I don't have much. Maybe some sand. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, sandstone, sand, in that direction would probably look good with marble. Yet again, we've got to sleep to get away from all the mobs. This circle schematic tool that we got from Botania is very useful, especially for this project, because I have drawn out a circle using the World Shaper Sax Notes. Great tool. Marks out a circle for you. And we have used it. I think I'm going to be using it again because we've got to do probably multiple variations of height circles. And we're now working on the foundation of this tower. It's coming together. I mean, it's nothing real beautiful yet. Maybe we'll get there, who knows. But I'm bringing this down about 4 planes. And I think that's good enough. I don't want to go too deep with it. Just a step in. And then we may have a step up into some sort of shrine thing. And I wanted to maybe incorporate another circle so that we can have beams going to the top. And using chisel and bits, it's going to be a little bit challenging to do all of this. It's quite time consuming. But I'll see what I can do. I guess just continue doing this. And then the next step is gathering materials for doing the pillars, which we may do marble still yet because this seems to be just a slightly more dark than that marble over there. Or that marble is a little bit more dark. It doesn't matter as long as it has contrast. That's the important thing. One great thing about modded, you could skip all the tedious things about building. Usually we would have to build up to just fill in this area, but it has proven very useful to have the cloud pet at hand. And not only that, but we do have all this chisel and bit stuff to really help break up the designs of things, because it's the one thing I always try to look for in vanilla Minecraft is very similar blocks, the same color and style, however different, so that you can kind of break up the texture. And this one does look totally different than what a vanilla build would look like. And let me get my cloud pet in my inventory and my hotkey bar if I can. There we go. For some reason it's not letting me shift click it. But yes, this is starting to shape up a bit, and I think I'm going to take the chisel on these blocks in particular, not these columns, because it totally changes the orientation on them. But if we were to bring this over, I bet this would look really nice as like a chiseled effect going from this column to that column on each of these beams, because I wanted to change up the shape a bit, something a little bit different than what you would see in vanilla Minecraft. And I don't know a super quick way of going about this, but I think you just got to do it all manually. I don't think you can do a template in chisel and bits. It's all manual. That's the fun part about it, I guess. That's the tedious, the long grind of getting everything done. So I just got to do this on all 4 corners for every column. That's going to be interesting. Hopefully it comes out looking okay. I'm still debating on what to do with the center, but I did want to incorporate these, the glowstone, so that we wouldn't have to worry about it being super dark over here. Now I need to maybe figure that out, the lighting system for the surrounding area. And something else I've noticed on my journey map is I have a whole island fill in, like right in here. Really excellent place to fill in, and then just go up to the waterway with this base so that we have all of this filled in. Sounds good to me. Just different structures, you know, playing around with it. And hopefully not too similar, even though I'm going with a very similar style to these 2 builds. But I really want to change it up a bit, and especially if we have like a castle and I want to re-innovate that, I want to change it from this color scheme. I'm going to work on this a bit, see if I can start getting it to look good, because right now it looks okay, but it definitely needs detail. I got carried away with chisel and bits with the ground surface. And this sort of reminds me of something. If you've ever played Skyrim, it reminds you of the Dwarven culture a bit. You may be familiar with that, you may not be. But we've got like a small little altar here, very modest, very humble. And it's going to have something on top of it. I haven't fully decided what I want to put there yet. And all these little glowstone bits look really nice along the ground, just to break up the total white texture. And not only that, but we got these columns chiseled out as well. Looks a lot better than what it did, I think. But it's a very subtle detail. You wouldn't really notice it unless you were focusing directly on it, because you don't really notice it from afar. But it does add maybe a little bit of detail. Yeah, if you were to step back here, you could notice it a bit more. But I'm going to work on the top now. We need to get some sort of roof on this thing to really polish it off, I think. And that's going to be somewhat of a challenge, trying to figure that one out. I was thinking about doing a dome. May just try that, may not. Let me just try a couple of different things out. I really like how this has turned out. Maybe do some breakup columns right there. So don't get me wrong, I love how Chisel and Bits looks when it comes to structure builds. But whenever it comes to terraforming, nothing quite beats Chisel and Bits. It's incredible what it can do. This looks really nice. We've even put like a little water puddle here with some lily pads and flowers on them. That looks really nice. Now, just bringing in maybe a couple more trees, or even one more tree would be fine. We don't need to overclutter it, but you know, just some scenery to look at when you're walking through here. Quite a few spruce trees up here. I think I want to extend this just a bit so that we have one more there to just kind of look at. Oh, stuck in it. Ooh, some of these custom spruce trees look really nice, especially this being a good example. I don't think I need any more trees except for maybe one over in this direction. I think maybe right there would be okay. Only thing is lanterns. They're kind of in the way. I think right in the center it may work. Okay, that'll do. That'll be fine. It's a little bit in the pathway. I don't know about that. Let's just remove that real quick. Vein miner is amazing. Very fast. And let's just... Oh, no. Oh, vein miner just took out my whole wall effect that I had going on with the spruce leaves. Oh, no. Well, it could really work against you if you're not careful. I think maybe just one more out here. And then we can call it quits with the trees. Now let's bring in some more of these leaves if we've got some. Thankfully, that put it all in our inventory, so we should be good on that. Oh, no, not in my water puddle. Gotta have that. We'll just extend this around the water puddle and then over, just very random-like. Don't want it to have too much uniform. And maybe just a couple of more leaves will be fine. We need to probably bring in some more as well, but for the most part, this area has really shaped up, and I think I want to bring in some boulders, maybe do some gray, because really, I mean, it could use it. And when it comes to this whole island, we've actually knocked out a big chunk just doing some of that terraforming in this big structure. If we were to look at this island, it's not really that big, but then we're going to be doing a bridge, so I don't think I mentioned this. We're going to be doing a bridge across right there onto the main island, which there's a lot of space over here to cover. And Botania is going to take up quite a bit of that. I started breaking the circle. I'll have to finish that at one point. Getting some lag spikes, loading in all this terrain. I wonder what my render distance is at. I think maybe it's a little bit higher than what it should be. But here we are. Oh, looks very nice. I've just got to figure out what to put there, and it should be absolutely complete. But for now, I think that looks pretty cool. Really love how the terrain has come along. For the bridge, I've decided to do much more of a crude design than what you would normally see. And right now I'm just trying to think of some caps that would be really cool on top of the posts. I think I want to go with something a little bit more linear, like this dent would be really nice. So we'll just do a couple of those on the ground. Ooh, that does look cool. And let's take our chisel and put that in our bag because I need some of that for the decorations. You can actually make chairs and stuff. That'd be really cool. Of course, I've got DecoCraft on here, so I really want to try it out. So let's take a look at the bridge. I think I might need some lighting over there as well. I'm going to sleep soon. Glowstone, that's what I'm looking for. It's going to be really fast, so it's not going to be too bad. Let's get a plane. So yeah, here's my crude bridge. Looks like it's been patchwork together, which is fine. I think it's different and cool. And so, I don't think these will produce light, but you know, something cool to decorate with. Well, a little bit of light. I lied. Wow. I did not realize that. That makes it so much easier to introduce lighting. Wow. I did not realize those produce light. Crazy. So I'm just going to put them on top of these. Looks a little bit off, but you know what? Since it is a crude bridge, I think it works. And maybe even doing like a couple of those. Yeah. Much better than doing a singular one. And it helps light up the area. Who would have known? Wow, we don't even have to do lanterns on the bridge now. I think we do need to incorporate some more of these like fence posts and sticking them up, making them a little bit more erratic. Like this. Popping them up. It reminds me of a steampunk build a bit, not gonna lie. Oh, hi. He's jumping because of... Oh, that's great. Oh, I should probably sleep. But I'm gonna push it a little bit longer. Oh, that's hilarious. Here comes another one. Let's see. Do I have the glowstone? There it is. I got 2 on that one. 2 on those. I think I've got everything covered. As far as the glowstone, I'm just gonna do some more of these fence posts if I can get around to it. A zombie head. It is. Those are used, I think, in the spawners. Pickle had said that it was like the mob utilities thing. Oh, jeez, that's hilarious. I'll probably kill you. Oh, you got a treat bag. I think this was a mod update. They can give you like a treat bag, and you get something cool. I got a firework. Yay, so interesting. So anyways, the bridge is looking quite nice. I didn't expect that crude look to really shape up as much as it did. I mean, it's not the most beautiful bridge you've ever seen, but it still works. And it's different. I like the patchwork on it. I like how it looks crude and just kind of poorly made. A little bit strange. Maybe it looks like an old bridge because this is like, you know, a big fancy altar. And then we've got that really crude bridge. I don't know how well that will mix match together. But hey, it works. I gotta say that's a success. Well, won't you look at that? I think Rabbit Roars would really like this hat. But yes, I think I've covered enough ground for this episode. We've actually completed quite a bit in this little area. And I had a really good time building. It was really fun just trying to problem solve things. And not only that, but just create something. Something I miss. I don't do a lot of building anymore, and I want to get back into it. Definitely want to do it for modded because we have all this chisel and bits. And I want to get into DecoCraft a bit. This looks really nice. We've done a good job today. We just got to do some more extension on the island in future episodes. And we've also got to connect this bridge up to our base area, you know, like doing a pathway like this. Maybe a little bit more wide since it isn't on the embankment of the island. But yeah, see, job well done. That looks cool, especially from back here. Let's get our cloud pet. Let's fly a bit, see it from an aerial point of view. Ooh. Job well done. I think it looks great. But I think that's going to be about it for this episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy watching. We will see you in episode 5. You guys have a fantastic day.